because you get a dry section, you come into a corner and it's still wet, that's where you can slide out very quickly, and the riders will be aware that there have been crashes already, so you know everybody will be a little bit nervous, but the ones who are falling, they will be really nervous. But I think you know they're out of that danger zone now. It's a little bit more flatter on the run in.
20 seconds 20 seconds for Tony Galopin, from a great cycling family as well. We heard Alain talking at the start of the week saying he wanted crosswinds for his lad to do it. There's Jakob Fuglsang for Astana. Rafa Valls continuing his recent improvement, and he's going to follow. Spilak forced to follow as well and do his bit of work. Real drama here at Paris-Nice. If you're joining us late, we've had Geraint Thomas and Richie Porte on the ground, descending when they had the advantage and they'd done the work to bring back Michał Kwiatkowski. Put him in trouble on the descent. They themselves have ridden into trouble. Kwiatkowski back in that third group. 35 seconds behind Tony Galopin. 20 seconds from Galopin to the chasers. 8.5 kilometers to go. And the crowd awaits on a very dark, very wet and rainy and ever so slightly windy Promenade des Anglais today. It is not your usual March day down here in Nice. It's not your average day of cycling racing either. Tony Galopin pedalling away for his life. And if you can pull this off, Sean, it will be a really, really special ride from a rider who just seems to improve his level every single year. Yes,
well, I think last year it gave him that confidence boost, you know, getting yellow jersey in the Tour of France, then going on to win a stage in spectacular style, and since that I think he has, you know, got more confident, and he's been, you know, very, very strong today. He's been in super condition to be able to attack a guy like Kwiatkowski and the other riders who were out there in that break with him.
Arthur Vichot at the back of that group there. Do not finishes from today. We've heard that Arnaud Janasson did not finish the stage, and William Bonnet is now joining. Kwiatkowski working with his Sky rivals at the minute, because it is in the common interest that they pull this man back. But 43 seconds, Galopin is putting time into them all. This is a really special ride at the minute from a very, very special rider. Tony Galopin wearing 121 on his back. He's 26 years of age now. He'll turn 27 in May. Of course, stage of the Tour de France last year. Classica San Sebastián won the year before. The year before that, third overall in the Tour of Oman. That's that just incremental progression we've seen every year. Interesting, Sean, as well, that intermediate group there, 20 seconds behind. They're staying as close as possible at the minute, not really changing that gap from them to Tony Galopin, but they themselves as well are putting time into Porte, Thomas and Kwiatkowski. Whatever happens, we're going to have a really, really good Col des time trial tomorrow. Best result for Tony Galopin so far this season, second overall at the Étoile de Bessèges. Actually won the fourth stage of that race. His only win on the road this year. Looking strong ahead of what could be a really good period in the season for him. He's a man made for spring, they say. And that spring calendar is approaching. 5 kilometers to go on stage 6 of Paris-Nice. Vence to Nice, everything's happened on the day. We've had all the weather contributing to it as well. Lots of abandons. 6 did not start as well. A few people not fancying the cold weather today with the classics coming up. We are approaching Nice itself. 50 seconds now for Tony Galopin on the yellow jersey. 50 seconds and he's riding himself into the lead in this race. Tony Galopin with the time trial tomorrow, of course. with the time trialist behind him, it's not a done deal that he'd win Paris-Nice, but he's giving himself a great chance here.
Well, he's riding himself into a real strong position to win this Paris-Nice overall, because he's a good time trialist. The way he's finishing here, it's amazing. He is so strong. We can see the chasers of 4 riders there, Costa, Vals, Billac and Fuglsang. You know, they're all riding, giving it their best, but he's pulling time out of them, as he's pulling time out of the group of Kwiatkowski, Port and Geraint Thomas.
Well, he showed his climbing abilities today. He's so strong here, though. Riding away, and there's the graphical confirmation of the 50-second gap we were telling you about. This is what's chasing. On the left in the blue for Astana, you've got Jakob Fuglsang, who's also dangerous on the overall. Rui Costa and Rafa Vals, so strong for Lampre Merida as well. Simon Spilak is watching them. This is the head of the race, though. Tony Galopin, 3.5 Ks to go. Yesterday, it was so close for Lotto Soudal with Thomas de Gendt. They've already got a stage win already through Andre Greipel as well. Just to comment on the team's performance this week, they've been superb.
Well, they have been, you know, one of the best teams in the race when you look at, you know, the performance they've had all week, and this performance today from Galopin, you know, it's a mountainous performance, a monument performance, and you know, the way he's riding here at the moment, the way he's been riding, you know, in the last 20k plus, he is very impressive.
He's using all of the road here as well, and these are good roads to try and get those little bits of seconds. Certainly not as dangerous, not as treacherous as the other day. Gets rid of the bidon. Any excess weight, anything that he doesn't need is gone. Back on the flat now, Nice itself, 2.6 kilometres. He's going to hit the front and the promenade in just a minute's time, and surely this is the crowning of a very special moment for Tony Galopin. 12.4 Ks to go. He's out there in the lead, and he's riding on to the yellow jersey in Paris-Nice. So here he goes, the Vieux-Port, the old port of Nice. Tony Galopin is there. So many have arrived down the centuries here to this great city. Tony Galopin arrives with the biggest moment of this 2015 season upon him. Of course, he wore the yellow jersey of the Tour de France last year, but this is a race that he could win overall. He could go one better and one bigger. Tony Galopin, game face on, tongue hanging out, effort going right into those pedals. 55 seconds now. Keeps putting time into those behind. 1.5 kilometres to go. And it's a done deal. This is as far as today's concerned, Sean. He's got to win this stage.
Yes, so the stage is certainly for Galopin, and it's interesting one now to see how much time he has on the 4 chasers. We haven't been getting a time check of them of reason, but we can see Richie Port and Kwiatkowski 55 seconds at the moment, so it is, you know, grown a little bit, and this is going to be a big performance, one of the best performances we've seen from Galopin.
A very rainy Mediterranean. And Flamme Rouge time for Tony Galopin. You can see the big monument in the distance just before the finish line. That's where we're headed. And Tony Galopin heads into the final kilometre of what has been one of the performances in his career so far. French crowd here cannot wait. There's going to be a French winner. It's going to be a huge win, and he's going to probably step onto the podium as the leader of the Paris-Nice. How many seconds is he going to put into the rest? Tony Galopin is riding away for every single second he can. 24 hours to go until that final time trial on Col d'Aise. He will need every second he can get. It's a difficult one. A bad forecast again tomorrow. Paris-Nice, won or lost here maybe. 500 metres for Tony Galopin. He has the finish line in sight. Yesterday, it was his teammate Tom de Gendt who was taken in inside the final 200 metres. No such bad luck for Tony Galopin. It's been a wonderful tactical performance too from Lotto Soudal. Tim Wellens played his part. Tony Galopin's going to finish it off, and he's going to move into the lead of Paris-Nice and win stage 6 into Nice. It is a wonderful ride from Tony Galopin. And listen to this. They bang on the boards as Galopin rides over the line. He wins at stage 6. And the countback begins to see who will be where. So Rafa Valls rides them in 8, 9, 37.8 kilometers per hour, the average speed on the day. Valls is there, Fulsang is there, Rui Costa as well, with Spilak too. 10 bonus seconds, let's not forget, for the winner of the stage. 6 and 4 still to be sprinted for, though. And Rui Costa is going to go up against Simon Spilak to try and pick them up. At the minute, it's the Slovenian rider from Katusha who's going to go and pick them. He gets these 6 seconds. Just behind, you've got the man taking 4, who is Rui Costa. And Kwiatkowski and the rest coming across now too. Kwiatkowski, the yellow jersey, is going to lose it for that final day tomorrow. A sprint for the places. There'll be no difference between Kwiatkowski, Port and Thomas coming into the final day. He will lead them by 1 and 3 seconds again, respectively. Oh, will there? There'll be a little split towards the end. Kwiatkowski cannot do it.